And
back at it again.
we are back. This boy, do your thing. Do your thing.
Yeah, do it, Max.
I didn't have
balls, shitting out my balls, squirting on my ass.
The back of the room, boys. Back at it again.
It's funny when Max gets excited because he's such a low-key dude that anytime you have a burst of energy, it's
he's like Marlo Stanfield, like he's quiet, but when he raises his voice, you take note.
right. You're like, oh damn.
Golden Gloves back in the day.
You
Oh no,
got
that was
Avon.
No, that was Avon.
You got a Chris Gethard vibe about you right now.
Chris Geth, how dare you?
From this angle, you're looking a little.
This is a visual joke.
This is a.
You
visual
saying my
joke.
hair's thinning up top?
Well, the glasses. I just don't know if I've seen you in glasses this much, so it's just funny to.
When the sun goes down, the contacts come out, baby.
Yeah, now you're just.
I've seen enough.
You're a man of the castle, baby.
And you should rock the glasses more often. Out in the wild,
dude.
man.
Wearing glasses is
you.
so annoying. I don't know how you do it all day, Dylan. It just hurts. You get
Yeah, I
like
fucking hate 'em.
pressure headache.
Yeah,
It's horrible.
I hate them.
I live in the pressure, dog.
You never did
get
contacts?
used to it.
You never did
No,
contacts?
never.
You never even tried them?
Nope.
How come?
The idea of touching my eyes always bugged me, and I don't mind wearing glasses. Like I really don't.
Damn, I was ready. I was ready for the contacts, dude. I'm fucking glasses. They're okay, but man, yeah, I'd agree with Max. That shit on your face all day, you just fucking want to rip them off eventually.
And it fucks up your line of sight. Like everything looks smaller, everything's lower to the ground. I guess you get used to that, but like it does fuck up your perspective on things, going from contacts to glasses.
Hey man, that
Thank
just
you,
serves
Chris.
to better. That serves to better my comedy, right? Like with the
Lower to the
shitty.
ground.
I don't think it is. I think it's
perspective.
holding you back. I think because you're not seeing the world for what it really is behind those glasses.
Your shit is.
It's a
Shut
little
the
off.
fuck up.
It's like a 2% off.
If that was the thing that's holding me back this whole time. Like, man, if I take off the glasses, I become Superman, man. I'm
You
stuck
got a
in Clark
fucking
Kent mode.
greasy agent who's like, you got to take off the glasses, kid.
what
America
your
wants
agent's
to
gonna
see
tell
your real
you.
face,
Yeah.
dude.
Have there been any good comedians that wear glasses? I can't think of any.
What I guess like they don't have the balls to wear them on stage.
That's what I mean.
There's got to be some.
That's what I mean. Let's think about this.
of the greats. Fucking
Pryor, Carlin.
Burr, Rock, Chappelle,
I don't know, man.
Look,
Looking slim.
Attell, Norm, Joan Rivers,
Maria Bamford.
this is a
Bamford.
fault.
What's her name? Amy, fuck, what's her name?
She must be a great if you can't even
No,
remember her
she's
fucking name.
she's the new goat. She's the fuck, what's her name? Baby
New goat.
Cobra.
Oh, Ali Wong.
Ali Wong.
Ali Wong.
Ali
She's got
Wong.
glasses.
She wears
There we go.
glasses.
She's a new goat to you?
She's I don't know.
Yeah.
What's considered
Well,
a goat?
she's
anymore?
on the
She's had
come
a
up
funny
for sure.
special. She's had
Yeah.
a funny
Yeah.
special. That's all that takes to be a goat these days.
Yeah, these days there's a lot of big comics. Well,
there's a lot of big comics without a funny special. And so if you've had a funny special, that means you're a goat.
You're a goat.
In my
Dude,
book.
I took a bike ride today, and I was biking past this. I think it's like a nursing home, and this old black lady was sitting out front, and this lady got out of a truck, and she was like a pizza delivery woman, and the old black lady just goes, "Excuse me, miss, I don't mean to be forward, but are you a midget?" And this lady.
How tall was this lady?
Not midget-like at all. Like short and plump. Short and plump for sure.
There we go.
Yes, she got the width confused with the height.
Yeah, her
So,
width to height ratio was midget-esque.
she also
Allegedly.
kept going and was like, "Are you a man?" And she goes, "No, ma'am, I'm not," because she had a mask on and she had like real like kind of short like cropped hair, and you have no comeback because It's an old black lady. Like, what are you about to, you're
Well,
not
it
going to get
wasn't a
mad.
diss, was it? It was like an
It was
honest
an
question.
earnest question. And that's
Yeah.
how you, if you ever want to diss somebody, if you ever want to make somebody feel the same feeling of a diss, but they can't snap back, just earnestly ask them, what are you? You have to kind of be old, though. You can't just do it.
Also,
None
like-
of us could regularly do that.
And with the old person, it's like them still being curious at that age is actually a good sign.
Right,
you
her
know?
brain isn't deteriorating.
Yeah,
so
they're
she's
still
fucking,
trying to exercise that, connecting those mental dots.
and you have no fucks left. You're like, I want to know if this lady's a midget. I'm gonna ask if she's a fucking midget.
Yeah, right.
Like,
I'm not going to go about my day wondering.
right. I
all
have
day.
very few days left. I don't want to go to the grave not knowing if
not
she's
gonna-
self-identified as a midget.
What was she going to do with that information if she was a midget? What was going to be her follow-up question?
She probably would have been like, "That's what I thought. That's what
Can I
I
make
thought."
a wish?
She's probably going to be like,
Let me rub you.
I just watched Austin Powers, and I saw. Do you know him, the miniature me?
I like that that she's still using midget too. She hasn't adopted the PC little person. You know,
You
she
little
just
person.
she just knew that she wanted to know if you're a midget. You know.
Have you guys seen Little People Big World, that show, or remember that show?
Of course, TLC baby.
Yeah, well, one time I saw one of the kids in the parking
Are they in
lot.
Oregon?
Yeah, they're right outside
Oh, it's
of
in Oregon?
Portland. Yeah, the
Oh,
family
shit, I
lives
didn't
in
know that.
like, yeah, I guess I should have said it. I think they live out by like Hillsborough way. So I
Oh,
saw the
damn.
kid,
The pumpkin farm, right?
the
Didn't they have a
pumpkin farm, baby.
farm?
Yep.
Dude, why did they decide to
Because they knew that they could make their pumpkins were going to look bigger than other people's regular
comically,
pumpkins.
yeah, they're like, what
'Cause they
is the
stood next
one
to
thing? What is the one thing that we can provide that will make us look even comically smaller?
They could use their perspective to sell their product, man. That's leaning
Good
into
marketing.
it, man. That's good shit.
So,
All right,
anyways, I saw the
Did you
the
say
kid.
one of the little kids? Because they had a not.
Yes, I know. They have a normal sized kid. Okay, so yeah, I'm doing a horrible job of setting this up. They have a normal sized kid and then a little person kid. And I saw the little
LP.
person kid in the parking lot of the community college I was
Did
going
you jump
to.
over him?
The LPK
No, I
was
saw
at
him from the
CC?
distance.
you
No, I
fucking
did
hurt-
not
did you
Vince
hurdle
Carter
him?
dunk on him. I did not Vince Carter Frederick Weiss him in the parking lot.
Did you back him up and hard in the paint?
But I saw him in the parking lot, and so I told my brother later that day. I was like, "Hey, I saw the roll-off kid in the parking lot at school today." And he's like, "Which one?" I was like, "Do you think? Which one do you think? Like, would I be telling this story?
Why would I be reporting on
Yeah.
the normal size one?
Right? Why would I be telling you this story?"
I'm a super fan, and I could recognize that kid on sight.
I remember that those episodes. It would be like the normal son dominating his brother in soccer in their fields and shit. And he, is that normal? Where they oftentimes two little people parents have a kid who doesn't get it and ends up having that height, or is it normal that they generally have dwarf kids?
Well,
Man,
they're
I got to be
both-
100% and say that I don't know.
They're
And
both.
you got to
the
normalize
parents.
that, Dylan. You have to normalize saying you don't know. That's the new age we're in. Normalize what you don't know.
Well, here, one thing that this used to happen at my work before they put doors on the outside of the cooler. Like, I'd be like stocking milk or yogurt, and there would be a little kid on the other side, and they would see me. And this happened multiple times where the kid would be like, "Mommy, there's a lady back there." Like, that happened several times.
There's a nice lady.
No, it was like with the hair and the baby face.
The yogurt. I think it was the yogurt.
Yeah, it was that you
Yeah.
were. It was a dairy, and dairy is womanly. So you had
Milkmaid.
milkmaid. You had. I mean, I guess they had the milkman, but
Dude, one of
that
the
was a job hustling.
Man, one
Yeah.
of the funniest breakdowns I ever saw at work was there was this woman. This was years ago. This woman was working in the produce, and there was this little kid in a cart. And he just looked at her, and he goes to his mom. He goes, "Is she a lady?" That's what the little kid says. And this woman, like, she starts like crying, Like she's an employee, she's crying, and then she goes, "I knew I should have washed my hair today," and ran into the back room.
Wait, sorry. It was a lady that got mad that
Yeah, it was-
she
yeah,
was
she was a
called a
woman.
lady?
No, he
Oh,
said,
yeah,
"Is it a lady?" He couldn't
Yeah,
tell.
the little kid, and that little
Was she
kid was
busted?
tripping. Like,
what was wrong with her? What was
no,
going on?
she looked like just a regular middle-aged woman. It was just a dumb kid asking a stupid question.
Jesus.
But it was just the reaction to be like, "I knew I should have washed my hair." Like I
Bro,
was just like,
what?
"That's what." Like,
What is your like mental health at if you break down at a toddler questioning your feminine mystique? I mean, you're 45. It's
Dude, there-
over
there have-
anyways.
There have been some weird fucking people that work at grocery stores, dude. Like people like
Weird heroes.
Yeah, sometimes
just
heroes
on the
are
fucking
weird.
edge of like mental, yeah, there's some fucking fringe people.
I mean,
It's
it's like a
crazy.
job that like if you can get no matter what. No,
Dude,
offense,
there was-
no offense to your level
Oh yeah,
in the game,
yeah, no
baby.
shit. No man,
I feel like
look,
the Trader Joe's gig is a good gig, though. That's like a desired gig.
yeah, no, I'm not like there's a lot of good shit, but like just like kind of like how like stand up comedy you get just fucking weirdos.
Right.
Like working in a grocery store, you get some fucking weird people, like some people working freight. Like it's all
Is
crazy.
it high turnover?
Yeah, yeah. And but dude, when I was 16, I was working in the bottle room. We had to it was fucking sorting cans and shit all summer. And there was this dude that had worked he was working freight, but then he was like too crazy for them, so they just put him in the fucking bottle room. And I remember he was like, "Yeah, man, I asked the store manager if I could bring a gun to work cuz people come trying to steal these cans." And she
About to
said
catch a
no.
case.
She got weird about it. And it's like, wait, this dude's talking about bringing a fucking gun to guard cans that aren't his? Like, this motherfucker was crazy. He's just
Hey,
telling.
dude, he's like, no, that's what we used to call a company fucking man, Dylan. That's what this country was built on, dog.
Like,
You
he would
fucking
just talk-
live for your company, you die for your company.
He would talk about like overdosing on heroin, and I'd be like, "Yo, I'm 16, man. I'm trying to remember how. I don't know what the fuck. Like,
So the deposit wasn't even 10 cents back then. It was
no,
5
man,
cents.
5 cents, baby."
He's like, look, would you let somebody come into your house and steal all your fucking nickels, bitch? I don't think so. You're gonna catch a
Your
case.
jar of nickels.
I'm catching a body for these. Dude, I'm trying to think of what other crazy. I feel like I worked with some weird people at the Marshalls that I worked at, but they were just like,
The U.S.?
yes, with Harrison Ford. I was actually briefly a U.S. Marshal. Marshals just had kind of like losers. It wasn't like necessarily mentally unstable, but you were just kind of like, yeah, bro, I want to make sure this ain't my career.
No. No one in a Marshall's wants to make that a long-term goal of theirs. No one, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Not in a Marshall's.
Dear God,
Marshalls,
not damn
baby.
Marshalls, baby. I hope
Maybe
to,
a Ross. Maybe a Ross.
Yeah, man, there's some fucking like weird dudes, man. Like, I remember there was this guy, creepy motherfucker that got fired. And like I was 16. This dude was probably in his late 60s. He was one of those. It's weird, like when old people like go back to work at a grocery store.
Yeah, they're just like, you know what? Retirement is for suckers. I'm trying to work till
I
the
need
day
something
I
to
die,
do.
I'm
baby.
sure that's what they were thinking.
I'm
No,
too
no,
rich.
like-
I got to work at a grocery store because I'm too fucking rich, man. I just need to feel what real people you feel like.
Look, man, this dude was just like, he had like this gargly voice, like this old man. Like he was only like, the main thing I remember about him was like fucking he would smoke a Swisher and a 12-ounce Coke. Like that was his like lunch
You had
every day.
You had Violent J of ICP work at it. I see.
Yeah. He made me feel uncomfortable when I was 16 because he came in the mop closet and he was just like, "Oh, God, you got to go out there and see the tits on this chick out there." I walk out there and then there was like this girl that like me at 16 was like, "Oh, that's
Hurt.
This,
That's
yeah,
hurt.
this is weird, man." And then just, yeah.
dude, the fucking rack on that girl in aisle 7.
It was crazy.
I think I think I might have asked you this like before we did the pod, but are there dudes, grocery store workers, who like pull some fucking tail off that job? Like, are girls giving stock boys
Free samples?
number? Yeah, free samples.
Yeah, man. It's the sample game is stronger in some people than it is in others.
Yeah, how would you get laid at off your grocery store?
What's the angle there though? Like, are dudes like just being extra helpful and then turning that into a number, or like, because it seems like,
oh yeah, well, like you think about like any sort of tactic that any sort of type of dude would use, they would do that shit too. Like, no, there were definitely like dudes that were just like hella like charismatic, and then you've got fucking creepy guys, and then you've got all like, I don't know, it's all sorts of shit.
but they just go up to him and like, yo, yeah, these crackers are pretty dope. Yeah, I mean, I guess you kind of have an in because you work there, so you can always just be like, yeah, this is kind of my aisle, so if you're in it, I'm about to talk to you.
Yeah, there's shit like that.
Damn.
You hide stuff different places so that they have to come to you to ask where stuff is.
You empty
Like,
out
look,
the peanut butter and you're just
right,
like,
I'm
where
looking
is
for the
it?
peanut butter, but it's not here in the peanut butter aisle. It's like,
like,
let
well-
me show you. It's in the back, baby.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
in the back,
let me-
and I actually
the
wrote my
bathroom.
number on every jar, so you have to at least have it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
So, Jake, what's going on? Have you done comedy now since? Did you return to comedy last week in Salem?
Unfortunately, not. My half an hour headlining spot was.
You were the
canceled.
headliner?
Dude. It had my picture on the event and everything.
I thought they broke. No offense to you, Jake.
No,
but I thought
I don't give a fuck.
they were
I'm not a
bringing in
headliner.
Headliners.
No,
This
this
show.
was just like, I don't know where that guy came from. The one Shane was on, but yeah, this was just like, I think it was gonna. Yeah, it was just I was doing a half an hour at the end, and there were some other people on it, I guess. But no, the booker had like some family emergency, so he had to dip. So I am yet to grace the stage, baby. Even
Wow.
though supposedly the Helium open mic is happening on Tuesday, and I guess a lot of the scene is deciding if they're gonna go or not.
Is there a contingent that does not want to sign
I've
up
talked
for the
to
Helium that they won't get on anyways?
I've talked to at least one person who works there who was like, I don't think I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
So I don't
Doesn't
know.
seem worth it for
Yeah, I don't think
an
I'm
open
going.
mic.
Yeah. But, like, people
We
are...
know Jake feels differently. You can see him.
I wanna
He's wearing
go.
sunglasses right now to hide that shit,
I
man.
wanna
He
go
wants
bad.
to do 5 minutes so badly
So
right now.
bad. Hey, man,
wanna go.
dude, I understand it, man.
But I do like, I don't want it. I don't know. Right now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to put together an outdoor show where I feel like people can be safe. So my goal right now is to get a big enough outdoor space where I can get people separated, and I would make it where everybody has to wear a mask. So
Even performing? What about when you're performing?
performing, I don't think you could, but I want every audience member would have to agree to wear a mask. Because I saw these a lot of the New York comics are doing these shows. Like, I don't know if you've seen like Michael Che, his stuff.
Yeah.
And I saw a picture of that dude, and it was just people shoulder to shoulder, a lot of mask around the chin. Like, I'm like, I wouldn't want to do it that way. I would definitely try to get people separated. But that's been my goal, is I'm trying to put something together, and it's a little hard because obviously we used to do the backyard shows, but no one's about to volunteer their backyard for something. So we got to we got to find like a fucking, we have to find something.
Empty lot.
Yeah, and I think anybody who owns lots probably is going to not want to do it because they're going to be like, dude, I don't want to be anywhere near liability if someone catches the virus. So
For sure.
I don't know. But, yeah, have I been thinking about the mic? Of course, a little bit. I miss
Dreaming
stand-up.
about 'em.
It's my only fucking thing right now.
You got
Dude,
6 podcasts. It's not filling the void for you?
Nah,
Your
just
6
not,
other podcasts?
Not scratching that itch.
to not be able to yell at a live person for coming out to a free show just hasn't. I don't know. There's something about that rush.
I'll start
that I miss.
interrupting you on this podcast just so you can feel like you're on stage again.
I think we're too respectful of each other's time up here. I think we need to get in each other's grills a little bit more.
I had my first dream about doing stand up again, and I bombed in the dream, so it was nice. It was just a solid.
Was it a bomb plus wet dream, or was it only a bomb?
It was only a bomb.
Damn, didn't even get.
Were you telling jokes in the dream?
The dream was like, okay, we got our first show back after all this shit ended,
Oh,
and
shit.
I was rusty, and then the crowd was crazy, and it was a cordless mic, so I was just like, fuck this, and I went and just exited the venue, but was still talking into the mic. And went
like,
to the convenience store.
I'm going to get myself a fucking soda, man.
No, I was going to the convenience store, and then Doug Stanhope came out of the convenience store. Was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And then I woke up.
Damn, that's a very
Yeah.
That
That's
means
like a
something.
Sopranos dream. That's like
Yeah.
It really was, man. Like
Yeah.
the
There's
Sopranos.
a lot of messaging in that dream.
The Sopranos did dreams better than any other TV show and or movie, I think.
I'm almost done, baby. I'm almost done.
Man,
I got like 5 episodes left, I think.
Yeah. Season 6.
Yup, can't wait. And then
He dies in the end, just so you know.
Thank you.
Tony definitely dies.
He's dead, man. We'll talk about that when we get to it for sure.
You said you already knew the ending.
No, I did. I mean, I know the whole like controversy about it. It's hard to. I mean, even if you don't pay attention to shit seeps in. You know, where you're like, oh, I guess that's how the show ends, huh?
But that's the thing. Like the way that show ended, it's so like interpretive that even like you knowing it, like when you watch it, it'll still like it's still like kind of like sneaks up on you. It's weird because I had heard about it before I watched it, and even when it did happen, I thought it was great. But
yeah, it's really getting me
man.
through right now, man.
What's up? God damn it, Vito what's up with Vito? Where you're at? Is
Vito,
that all done?
that whole storyline is done. Yeah,
yeah, man. That Johnny Cakes, man. Like that
shit was great.
It's an abusive relationship.
That shit was great.
Yeah, man.
Should have just stayed out in Johnny Cake world, bro.
Like, okay, so like I know this is like going into Soprano shit, but like I think that Phil Leotardo was a closeted homosexual in the show, like that, like because when they kill Vito, you know, spoiler alert, he's hiding in the closet. He literally comes out of the closet to kill Vito. And like he was just
Oh, right. I forgot. Yeah. I could see that.
You know, and he was the most worked up about everyone else was like, okay, whatever, like
Yo, could you not hear Phil Leotardo's name without replacing it with Phil Reatardo? Or is that like just me? Because I swear to God, I could not take that character's name seriously without always thinking of Phil Reatardo.
No, I can't say that's the case with Phil Leotardo, but with Leonardo from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that's what I was thinking.
Teenage Mutant Reatardo. Yeah.
That's a good rough draft.
That actually is a weird show to think about. If it's just you replace the turtles. Damn. You see, Mrs. Maxwell got caught
Jizz
up.
Lane.
Ooh, yeah, Jizz Lane.
I just laned over the news. Just Lane. Oh!
Yeah, I guess she's in prison. I don't believe any of this stuff anymore. No
Right,
one's
how are you
explained to me from the
supposed
very
to-
beginning why they even arrested Jeffrey Epstein for a second time. What was the point of that? Who is battling behind the scenes? Like, obviously,
the Epstein case, I think, I can't remember. The only reason that there was a
why
Miami.
did it come back up?
There was a I can't. I don't.
Yeah,
actually
the
know.
Miami Herald did a story on it, but like, who cares? Like, what? Like, this is like the highest levels of government have been paying the Epstein crew all this time to, you know, blackmail their enemies. So why would they suddenly arrest him and risk all that stuff coming out.
Yeah, I don't know. I have
Makes
no
no
idea.
sense.
I mean, it doesn't mean that
Someone's
all the,
check probably bounced.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah, it was
Clinton's 27th trip to the island. He couldn't fund it, and they were just like, "Yo, Epstein,
That's
someone's
it.
got to go."
Yeah, well, dude, think about it like how like we learn like with every like global collapse that our whole economy is essentially check to check. You know that all these companies don't have any money.
Right.
How can we expect that the dark
Sexual
web of that shit
blackmail,
to be
yeah,
any different? Like all it would take is like one fucking one private jet doesn't have fuel, fucks up one dude's thing, and then it's like well fuck this. And that just starts the chain.
I didn't get my deposit from Little St. James back.
Right?
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, I put a down payment on. I did the adventure. I was supposed to get that refunded because there was no damages to the chain room.
When you're waiting on your human trafficking like direct deposit, like, come on, that's got to be on point, man. You can't fuck around with the human trafficking direct deposit.
That level of just like, just the dudes who are doing it and they just know that they're doing it. It's just like, bro.
Yeah.
Like the waiting, like, is there a waiting room on Epstein Island where they're like, all right, well, the children, I mean the women, all right, I'm sorry, the women are getting ready, so just hold your horses. Dershowitz, chill out, okay? You can't have an erection in the waiting room, Dershowitz. You got to fucking tamper that thing down until you get in your own private quarters.
You're like, man, I noticed a lot of baby shoes in the island, man. I thought that was weird. What's up with this baby gap clothes?
The best thing about Epstein's island is that he just had like regular like landscapers. Like he just had like a whole like servant crew that like, I mean, I don't know if they.
Well, what else would he have? They have to be
just the
pedophiles too. You have to.
Right, but you
It's
gotta know
pedophiles all the way down.
if you're cutting the fucking Epstein's grass for years, you're just like, why are all these girls here? You don't think at some point you'd be like, maybe I should get another job?
I mean, they did. Like that's one of the major sources. I think is one of the staff. That's the guy who said he saw Bill Clinton just chilling on the island. But it probably paid way better than any other landscaping job in the Virgin
Epstein's
Islands.
like, look, we know we got to pay you more, but there's an agreement here. You need to just chill.
Look, we're going to give you an extra $1 a day.
Epstein comes out in a robe. He's like, yo, can you make that, cut the bushes, give her a little more ass on that bush, all right? When you're cutting these little cherubian angels in, I want them to be voluptuous, but young at the same time.
No, Jeffrey Epstein's like, I don't want to see a bush on this island. Man, that's not my thing.
He
You
just
are to
cuts
remove
them all
every
down.
bush.
He's like, they all have to be leafless plants, okay? I want no leaf. I just want branches on this island, okay?
I barely want a branch, all right? I want
a little seedling. Once
Yeah.
it starts to grow up, you rip it out of the ground and put another seed in the fucking ground.
I don't want to see a coconut in these palm trees, man.
Hell no. I want nothing mature on this island. He only eats unripened fruit. He's like, yeah, you're damn right. This fucking apple is hella hard,
He's
bitch.
fucking stabbing the shit out of an avocado when it's rock hard.
He's like, just like I like it. Oh, man. Fuck it. Oh.
His personal chef's like, Jeffrey, I know you will like the avocados hard. Ooh.
He's like, that's right. That's damn right. You know how I like it. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. So what? I've already seen conspiracies coming out about Ghislaine,
Our
like
girl Whitney, baby, she's at it again. On
Whitney
Twitter.
Webb.
Whitney Webb. This is our
Whitney
time to
Webb is
shine.
like, I'm having a Patreon episode about this. I'm like, this is what you're known for. You're gonna keep it behind a fucking paywall.
Yeah,
put
come
it
on.
out for the people, Whitney.
No one's gonna
Webb.
pay for that shit.
She's gonna be on Tim Dillon's podcast, so I'm just gonna listen to it there.
Yeah, just wait for that. Wait for the freebie.
But I've already been seeing things of like, you mean we couldn't find this woman for a year and then she just randomly shows up in fucking New Hampshire like this? Like
That's what I'm saying
they're
about the
already
whole
thinking
thing.
This is already like an extra layer of the thing. It's done, dude.
It
the thing
doesn't
is
make
like
sense.
no one
and we're
really
never
gave
gonna
a
know the
fuck about
story.
Epstein anyways. Like it just became a meme immediately. It's just what. You don't think it's gonna happen again? Like I don't buy that. It's just this is gonna be the key all of a sudden.
Well, Whitney Webb says that the reason why they're being able to throw Epstein and Ghislaine under the bus is because these governments have no need for sexual blackmail anymore, because it's all moved to tech-based. Like, they could just see your whole search history and everything you've ever done, online, so they can blackmail people that way.
They don't need human handlers anymore.
Yeah, they don't need the gatekeepers anymore.
Yeah, you literally carry around a camera in your pocket.
So what
you can go.
And they're just like, oh, well, we see that you already ordered a child from the dark web, so why would we don't need.
Or they
Epstein.
can hack into your home security system and just see everything that's going on in your house.
Damn.
Yeah.
Man, we live in a great time, baby.
Damn, and Max went to California and came back fucking ready to go, son, man. Locking it all down.
Fucking dark web Gethard over here.
Hey, stop it with the Gethard stuff. I'm
dark
serious.
Web Gethard.
No,
stop it right now. This is really pissing me off. Comparing me to what Shane Gillis once said was, I don't want to repeat what he said, but I agree wholeheartedly with what he did.
What did he say?
He said,
no,
you're just
the
quoting.
block is hot. The block is hot.
No, you're just quoting somebody. It's out there as Shane Gillis.
Shane.
This podcast is too small for Seth Simons to give a fuck about, so don't worry.
I think he said that he was gayer than ISIS.
Oh, that's right.
I don't know if that was Gethard or someone else, but
are you sure? Yeah. It's funny that Seth Simons dude is still like doing the thing that he's. I gotta give the dude credit that he's still after it.
Yeah, no, he doesn't stop, man.
He not stop.
He still has less than 10,000 followers, and he does not.
And dude,
stop.
most of them clown on him. Most of those.
It's crazy, dude. How many of these people and comics will go so hard on Twitter, just burning every bridge for nothing? Like,
what do you mean? Like, who are you talking about?
I don't know. I don't want to name names, but just like these
like
Twitter
burning
warriors.
bridges in terms of like
not
calling
bridges,
people out.
But like, yeah, just calling other comics out for shit. Just tweeting, 40 times a day about everything that happens online. The topic du jour of the day.
Right.
Having a take, and for what? To what end?
If you tweet more than like 3 times in a day,
you're insane.
That's like, and even that, like, yeah, man, it's fucking, it's outrageous. Some people, like, you go to their Twitter and it's like, you tweeted 40 things today. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's
crazy.
At some level, we get that you have a lot of opinions, but like, just slow it down, my man. Slow it the fuck down. It's weird too when it's like, I don't mind comics like every once in a while, just having something serious, but it's like when like the comedian's Twitter persona is only like there's like no funny takes on it. Like, it's just like, so you're a comic, but your whole Twitter is just like that weird, like kind of a news reporter almost. You're like, dude, I don't need you to fucking tell me about this shit. There's other smarter
I don't go
people.
To this, road opener as my main source of news.
Right. Yeah,
it's not the most trusted name in alternative media.
Like, man, I saw this comic at Brush Prairie last Wednesday, and man, I've found my source.
Or like even like the big dogs, where it's just like all of a sudden they like jump into this stuff, and I'm like, dude, I don't care about what you have to say about any of this, man. I mean, just do it in a funny way at least. Like, it doesn't, not always, but at some level, put in some humor.
Yeah.
Man, so like, just about 2 days ago, I was driving back home, and I go to make a left. I'm on 23rd Avenue. So for any listeners that aren't in Portland, like Northwest 23rd.
Explain the map of Portland to the listeners, to everyone that doesn't
I'm just
understand.
saying, like, North 23rd's fucking like
nice.
rich as shit, like
it's
yuppie,
nice over
like
there, baby.
Yeah, like
I like that area. I want to be a part of that life.
But it's like that, like the 23rd up into the Fremont Bridge is dope, and anywhere north of that, it just gets into the weird industrial Northwest, like where it's just like real homelessness, like just it's crazy.
Catfish lose, baby.
Yeah, catfish lose, man.
Catfish
it's
lose,
up.
dog.
On the other side of like Vaughn Street or what?
Yeah.
I didn't even know there's shit over there. I've never been over
man,
there in my life.
It's
you never did the catfish lose, Mike?
No, never did it.
But look,
bro.
so I'm taking a left off of 23rd, and there's this woman, like there was just a crazy lady walking in the middle of the street, and like she had like a grocery cart, and like she was super disheveled, but she was just like walking slowly diagonal, like just in the middle of the fucking intersection. And I was gonna try and take a left, and there was a Tesla that was trying to go that was just fucking honking at this lady, and like she was in another world. She wasn't gonna hear that shit, and so like I just decided not to take a left, and I went straight. But just seeing the Tesla dude honking at this fucking woman that was just like batshit crazy, it was just a perfect like little encapsulation of like this neighborhood and like Portland like right now. But I was just like, dude, you got to go around her. Like no one is gonna reach this person.
No, he was honking at her because that's his dealer. He's like, yo, I'm looking to re-up, man. I need some fucking street rock. That's how you drive that Tesla all night.
Yeah, I mean, it was beyond drugs. It was just a funny thing to see.
Yeah, that neighborhood over there, that Catfish Lou's was such a weird bar because it was literally, it felt like it was in the side of a factory. Like it just felt like
all industrial.
It was just this giant. It was such a weird little place. I only did it once, I think, and if I'm not mistaken, that I did it on a night where there happened to be like a family in there. I don't know why. It was like some type of family gathering. And one of the kids had like special needs where he would like, he couldn't like control his like vocal outbursts, you know, he would just be like kind of like yelping and like clapping.
He was reviewing the place?
He's yelping, he's giving reviews. He's like, comedian, 1 star.
He was like, the catfish was amazing. The comedy was absolutely horrendous. But there was a number of people who yelled at him before they finally realized that wait, that's the danger.
They tried to own him from the stage.
They're like, dude, who the fuck is yelling? Who the fuck is yelling? And then it was just like, bro, maybe take a look before.
You can't see the bright lights of Catfish Lou's. Makes it hard to see the audience, man.
Yeah, it was.
You're like, hey, do I come to your job and knock the pacifier out of your mouth? Huh? You're just like, oh shit, this my bad.
Damn, dude. Yeah, I miss.
Yeah,
Max, remember when we did that show at like that steakhouse, like in East Portland, like there was a 4-year-old in the back. Remember that shit?
Wait, where? Where was this?
It was just we got that when we did that roast show. Then we got like we did Benjamin Tier asked us to do that show. It was that one night. It was this weird. Like fancy steakhouse.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Yeah.
And it was just like in this weird, like it was like a formal banquet room that they converted to do comedy. But the comedy, it was very weird. But there was a family, and they had like a 4-year-old who was like climbing all around shit, and they were just like, no, we want to watch it. It was a weird fucking show.
Yeah.
4-year-olds aren't even as bad as like when it is like a kid who can understand it. I did Harvey's one time, and they surprised us with the all ages show. And so I'm about to go up and host, and I'm walking past tables of like 8-year-olds where I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? And
you're like, damn, Chris D'Elia's headlining?
I'm like, bro, and bombing in front of 8-year-olds because you're trying not to get their dads or moms mad at you is just such a shitty feeling because you're like, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lose-lose.
Like, so I could do the jokes and maybe your parents will laugh, but probably not because they're nervous that they realize quickly that this is not a kid comedy show.
Also, what kind of weekend dad brings their fucking kid to Harvey's Comedy Club?
Bro, it was like the intersection
Saturday show, baby.
It was like dad has them for 2 hours and he's like, I don't want to hang out.
Have them for the whole weekend.
I don't want to hang out. I want to go and I just want to be in a dark place where they'll shut up, and I don't want to sit through a Disney movie. So we're going to Harvey's, buy some French fries. Dad will get 3 $18 buds, and we're just gonna fucking chill.
That
He's
should
like,
be
I
like
won these tickets. I won these tickets.
These are free tickets that I will be bringing my 2-hour weekend children to Harvey's.
These are my 2 hours that are unsupervised.
That should be an entrapment scheme for child services. All ages show at Harvey's. It should. I think they did that once in Southern California, like free tickets to a Raiders game, and then they just arrested everybody with warrants.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Damn, that's so fucked.
But that's what they should do with Harvey's. Bring your kids to a comedy show at Harvey's and then just confiscate the kids and put them in a foster home.
They're like, any person to do this is clearly unfit to be a parent, so you need to...
When you want to adopt any of those kids, you got to pull the adoption forms out of a big green bowl.
Yeah, it's a...
Inside info for the listeners there. Inside joke.
Oh, man. That bowl was... you do comedy and you're not going to get a lot of love and a lot of respect, but that bowl was just one of the lowest forms of degradation I've experienced in comedy.
Yeah, that's one of the things I do not miss about stand-up comedy is the comment card bowl.
Yeah.
The comment card raffle for a free set of tickets to a already free show.
Yeah.
You get a $30 gift card to
it
the
was
club.
a gift card. Yeah.
And that was literally the only thing they took really seriously at that place. They didn't care
crowd
about
would too.
Okay,
the
so
crowd would too. The crowd did not give a fuck about the comedy.
Look, I know most of our listeners are comics that have worked there, already know this, but for the off chance that there might be someone listening that doesn't know,
right.
At Harvey's Comedy Club as the host, your main job is at the end of the before the show starts, you have to announce that there are comment cards for them to fill out for a chance to win a raffle. And you have to say that at the beginning of the show. And then they want you to say that between each comic. And then at the end of the show, you collect the comic cards in a green bowl and raffle
okay,
off.
but there's also... So not only do you get on stage, now supposedly they tell you the wait staff has been collecting them throughout the show and you will just have to rifle through them on stage. But what actually happens is that you go up and you go, all right, guys, have you filled those out? And 99% of the audience looks down and starts scrambling to fill it out because they want to all of a sudden come back to a show that they absolutely hated the entire time. They hated being there. They knew they never enjoyed the fucking show. And so they hated this club and they're like, wait. You want to give us more free money to come and hang out here again at a future date? Well, fuck yeah. So you would just stand there with an empty green bowl and wait, and people would pass up, and then you'd be almost done, and then you'd hear a fucking soccer mom from 50 yards away go, wait, I'm coming, and she'd have to hustle her fucking ass, her fucking Lane Bryant wearing ass all the way through the fucking thing, and then you would do it, and you would just do it, and oftentimes you would look down, and the person you're reading has given you a 1-star review.
That's the worst.
You throw that one back in the bowl, baby.
Yeah.
Too political, too dirty, not enough family material. Just once in a while I would get, he's cute, or, whatever. But for the large majority, it was, this guy fucking blows. I fucking hate him.
The show is done. The show is done. But you have to go up there and, that waiting for shit, man. Ooh.
Brutal.
Don't miss that, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was honestly the best. I was like, oh, dude, I'm featuring. Well, that sucks because I have to do longer at Harvey's, but I'll never have to touch that bowl again. Anyways, the last time I featured at Harvey's, my check bounced, and they haven't had me back since.
Yeah, what a godforsaken place. I hope it never... That's the one small business I hope fails. It never comes back.
You're
Fuck
I hope
that
it doesn't
place.
I hope it doesn't get a bailout.
God, I hope everyone that works there, in management, has to go on unemployment.
Dude, I think at one point...
homeless.
I think at one point during, this recent iteration, because I think at some point they made a decision, is what I heard, that anybody who worked at Helium was not going to host and shit there. I don't know why they decided that.
The other comedy club in town.
Yeah, the other comedy club where you mean where comedians are practicing their craft and getting better? Yeah, you don't want them getting too many sets. As if literally a single person at Harvey's would be like, oh, great. You got the same host as the other club? Jesus Christ. Like who? I don't know who would ever to give a fuck about that. But they
want loyalty, baby.
What?
That's what it's all about.
Loyalty to the brand.
You
baby.
need to be going to the Harvey's open mics where you have to wait 2.5 hours to go on.
They were ahead of the curve with the autonomous zone, like just out front of Harvey's, like by that Greyhound station. Like that shit was always like bordered.
That's been an autonomous zone for a decade.
Yeah, like that's
the OG Chaz where
that's
you
the real way to make an autonomous zone is just through years of neglect and
just start at the Greyhound bus station and work out from there.
If you don't fund a neighborhood for a few years, you'll get an autonomous zone. It doesn't need to be some dumb anarchist. You can just
this wasn't like a bad neighborhood either. It's like in the middle of downtown Portland. It's not like everywhere else around that is like there's $1 million condos. But it's just
if you go there, you feel like every time I had to leave there because I always had my bike parked out front. I'd be like, fuck, dude. I would always usually park it a few blocks away so I could just literally hustle out because you go down any street and dudes are always trying to sell you crack, and you're just like,
sell. They're always asking me for money to buy. No one's trying to sell me.
I always had
shit
guys
there.
being like, "You trying to buy? And I was like, "No, dude. I just."
Someone angrily trying to sell you headphones. Like
I just did
buy these headphones.
I just did 8 shows for $120. I think I'm good.
There's actually one guy. This was like when I first started stand-up. I think I was going to the Brody Theater, and there was a guy like standing on the street, and he came up to me, or he's like starting to come up to me. I thought he was homeless, so I just like stuck a couple quarters in his hand, and he didn't open his hand all the way to accept the quarters, and I walked away. I was like, oh shit. He was trying to sell me drugs, and I just gave him 50 cents. He had like a couple vials in his hand. He didn't want to fucking open his hand all the way.
He was like, damn, this dude looking like he needs another fucking hit.
I thought you were going to be like, it turns out he was the headliner at Harvey's. Like
he probably was. Still, he's probably doing both.
Yeah, he's like, I've actually taken over the comedy condo as an autonomous zone, and I've been forced to sell crack on the streets near the club until my gig next year.
Oh, but speaking of crazies, I just want to let you guys know that you were both 100% right about Eureka, California. It is the scariest place I've been to.
Yeah, bro.
In a long time.
Break it down, man. How was your trip?
Tweaker Central.
Yeah. So I stayed a couple nights there this past weekend, and we stayed in Old Town, Eureka, which is right downtown. And I thought Eureka was a lot bigger than it was. I thought it was like 100,000 people, but it's like 20,000.
Yeah, it's not a big place. You feel it. It's got a small town vibe too.
It's the size of a
tiny
disc golf course, man.
But it has more crazy drug addicted people than any big city I've ever been in. Our house or Airbnb was like right on the street, and there would just be people yelling outside all night. And it was like I couldn't sleep. You didn't feel safe going outside, walking around, especially now with COVID. Like no one's out except for these people.
Oh, for sure.
Doesn't
anyone out right now is wild.
Doesn't Max look like he would be the guy being mad about his Airbnb experience?
Hey, I told the host I had a great time. It was fine aside from that, but it's like you could tell like it's trying to be Eureka is trying to be like a hip, cool town a little bit because they have like a organic co-op. You know, they have a bay with nice boats in the harbor, old buildings, but it has just been overrun by there's something going on in that town, like something about that town because the towns around it.
I saw a man literally possessed when I was there last time, and it freaked me out.
It's crazy.
I walked home and I saw a dude clawing at himself in this cemetery, and he was just making zombie noises. Like I thought I watched him for about 10 minutes. I was like, yo, is this like a student horror film? Like he was just doing 28 Days Later by himself in the middle of a cemetery, and I was like, oh, if he notices me, I'm fucked. Like this guy
you're dead.
Out of his mind.
I think there's some CIA LSD experiment, but with meth going on in that town. Like the government's like just testing out new street drugs in that town, and it's going horribly.
Yeah,
Man, they got those old trees, man. The redwoods right there, man. Like, just you got that and the beach, like the mountain. Like,
it's beautiful,
right? It sucks
wild.
because naturally it's absolutely gorgeous, but the community, the people there are just like, ugh, like
it's
no
like
bueno.
some West Virginia like hillbillies, but just on the West Coast type shit. Like,
But Arcata
just-
is a little more fun, I think, and it's just up the road.
right? It's
I like
college
that town square, all the bars. Well, I mean, I don't know what the bars are probably closed, I guess, but all the bars
Froyo's
at
open.
night.
We went to Froyo there. That is open, baby.
Dude,
In
so
Arcata.
nice. What flavor you get? What'd you get? Froyo.
I got coffee Froyo. It's not serve
Ugh.
yourself. You got to fill out a card and give it to the
Oh.
lady. But
not
Well, yeah,
even.
no,
What's,
that'd be buck wild if you're going self-serve frozen. Damn.
and they
that'd be-
limit the toppings now, which is absurd.
I thought this was a fucking free country.
yeah, this is what the right is talking about, and this is why I am pro. I am all bars matter at this point.
I could see Max just mask off, yelling at a motherfucker about the toppings. Like,
Dude, where the
damn
fuck
it.
are my sprinkles?
I want both my sprinkles and I want the crumbled Butterfingers, bitch.
Dude, I don't know, man. Can you if Froyo did normally work like that, that would be probably the worst job on planet Earth.
Having
Because
to
like,
make people's custom Froyo.
dude, just the amount of nitpicking that these fucking bullshit people would just place at your feet. I can't. No. I only like I mean, it would be a fucking nightmare. Yeah, dude. Arcata can be fun. That town square, they got like a lot. The college vibe is fun, but yeah, dude. Eureka, very tweaky, very just like
It's uninhabitable. You cannot. I don't know how it is like without COVID, but you can't walk around that town, which I feel bad, for the community, the small towns of America, but I ain't about that shit. I feel more safe in a big city with, like, I'm sure more criminals, more dangerous people, like, total.
yeah, but
in
you have
Portland.
less of a chance to run into one of them.
I don't know. Yeah, that's the thing. It's just
In Portland,
there's
you're
also
most likely
normal
not,
people though out in
Yes.
Portland. In Eureka, there is no normal people out. I did not see a normal person my whole time in Eureka.
Well, also like when you're like out there away from like a big city, like the dark, like when it's nighttime, like that's like extra scary. Like when you're out in the shit, like you realize like, oh yeah, man, nighttime.
means something out here.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like
no,
there's
it
like a
fucking-
real.
It has a
like
life
you
out
think
here.
about all of history before like electricity, where it's like, oh yeah, the night. I'm not fucking with the nighttime.
When I was there for the fest, the only like real late night spot like to get anything to eat was Denny's, and you just saw the whole town pile into the Denny's at night, and you're like, oh, this is where it all happens, I guess. You get a
Yeah.
I met
$5
this, man, this is like I'm walking into a Jack Kerouac novel, man. This is great,
it's nuts,
man.
I did
nuts.
meet this interesting person there. It was like we were on a hike, and there was people camping on the hike, and there was this like girl. She was like 15-year-old girl.
Nice,
from Eureka.
Max. Hell,
I was
yeah.
with my wife.
you
My
go.
wife and I groomed her.
My wife can verify that me and the girl were never alone.
Yeah, exactly. But she, we were talking to her because her whoever she was there with had like left and gone on a hike and left her, and so she was just there alone. I don't know why. She was kind of like scared because we were just out in the middle of the woods. But we were talking, and
What a bitch.
Yeah, super annoying. Wouldn't shut up. But,
My dad left me in the woods, and I don't know if he's okay.
I'm
Yeah,
alone
pretty much.
in the wilderness.
I already live in a crack-infested town, and now my dad left me. I'm a little baby. Did you tell her to shut up, Max, and let you and your
I was
wife
talking
enjoy
to
your
her.
vacation?
I was just trying to calm her down or whatever, and but it turns out she's evangelical Christian, does not believe in evolution,
Whoop whoop.
believes in COVID, believes you should wear a mask, and doesn't like Trump. So that just
Hell
shows
yeah.
you, man.
No.
No one fits into a box in this
Oh
country.
no!
Yeah.
Only
There's
on Twitter do people fit in boxes. If you go out anywhere, you meet cool people who defy your expectations.
Yeah, and she raises bears in her backyard with her family.
Dude, Max.
I believe that. Yeah, that sounds legit.
You should have taken
I
her
bet
as your
this chick
daughter.
doesn't even exist. I bet you and your wife got dehydrated, you got lost, and then this is a figment of your imagination. This is just a fever dream in your Airbnb.
I
You're like,
imagine
man, their
it even-
people are cool. This person
this
has
is
all
a-
these
this
different
is a-
views.
this is
she
a
raises
collective-
bears.
This is a
You had me
collective
until you said that shit.
hallucination from you and your wife because it has kind of some of your beliefs and some of your Trump-loving.
Yeah.
No, it has
Trump-loving.
zero of. She's the exact opposite of my wife.
Your wife believes in evolution?
My wife believes in evolution and likes Trump. So
All right. I
Well,
did
the
not
fact that
take
she's
her-
the exact
thinks
opposite
COVID
of your
is fake.
wife
and thinks COVID
proves
is
that
fake.
this was a
no, I
vision.
think she thinks COVID is real.
How do you
She's more
not
scared of
know if
COVID
you
than me.
How do you not know if your wife thinks COVID is real or not? Have you not had this
Do
fucking
you know?
discussion?
Do you think you waffle every week on whether it's real or not? So how
Speak
how
on
should
it, Max.
she? How should she
No,
be so sure?
I'm more waffling on is Fauci a hoe or not.
Well, that's part of if COVID is real.
Now I'm back on the Fauci is no longer total hoe.
Why? Because you read one Snopes article that said, "Oh, actually, he's kind of cool and isn't benefiting from any treatment."
No, he just cut me in on some of the deals, bro. So
Exactly.
Look, I think this is a great angle for our show to have. We've found it. It's the flip flopping between Fauci being a hoe or not. Like our listeners tune in every week.
He lied
Yay
about
or
the
nay.
masks. He lied about the masks. He's out.
he got all
There you-
snappy. He got all snappy about that the other day on the House
He
floor.
should, because he's about to. It's about to show him the door. That's about to end him. He's fighting for his life right now.
Did you guys see there was a
Nobody puts
Instagram-
Fauci in a corner.
Fauci's got to box his way off, dude. He's from Brooklyn, man. He ain't having that. He's a Brooklyn jogger. He's not having it. There's that. Did you see that sign I posted on Instagram? Give a honk for Fauci.
No.
Like,
No.
how does this dude have? It was just on the stories, but how does this dude have?
Don't watch
Like,
your
that's the-
stories.
Man, Max doesn't give up anything. Man,
Yeah,
Max doesn't.
Max
like,
sees it.
he
Max
doesn't.
sees-
Yeah.
Max sees there's something new. Is like, yeah, fuck that. I ain't
Yeah.
biting on
I'm not
this.
on
Max,
Instagram.
Max
Instagram's
doesn't
for
like
babies.
shit. Doesn't comment like anything. Like, yeah, Max saw it, didn't do nothing, man. That's why
I'm on
whenever
Twitter,
Max-
baby. I'm liking on Twitter.
I know it matters. Like when Max likes something, I feel good because he doesn't give it up for anything.
Yeah, Max is that 15-year-old girl, dude. He's just like, I ain't giving it up until marriage, baby.
Whatever.
You-
Dylan
yeah.
only likes my shit is because I gave him my HBO Go password. That's the only
Hey,
reason.
I don't like your
And
shit,
what's
and
wrong
you
with
gave
that?
you
And
gave
what's
me that I
wrong
don't
with
like
that,
your
dog?
shit.
I
I never
know.
give. I never.
So why
give
should I watch your fucking Instagram stories?
Yeah,
ho?
you don't have to.
Hey.
You don't have
Hey,
to.
man, the password changed. You'll notice that my likes have stopped. But it's all good.
Wait, you don't have
ran, like,
access anymore?
It fell off when it went to HBO Max, but it's all good. I got my own.
Why
I
didn't
got
you
my
ask
own-
me for the password again?
I saw it as a natural. It came to an end. I
Dylan
got
was
my.
like, you know what? I got Hero Pay. I'm gonna buy my own HBO Max. I saved up the
no.
Hero Pay.
No, like literally, I had asked for it to watch the last season of Game of Thrones, and that was over a year ago. I got mine. Like
Hey,
I've got plenty of
I
content
still
to
got
watch.
access to HBO Now through Max, and I appreciate it. And you will see an increase in likes now that I've been reminded of how much you've done for me and my family. Even when I don't agree with the point or honestly don't understand what you're talking about on Twitter, I will still give it the like and maybe even a couple retweets.
Hey,
Thank
but
you.
I think that is a legitimate, honest thing to do. Like, for if someone's helping you out, like there's a way to support. So I'm gonna hit every single like.
I'm about to
because I ride like that.
amplify Gethard voices, baby. Gotta
Yeah.
amplify.
Woo.
All right.
Damn,
well,
I hope this has been recording on my end. I plugged it in the wrong one, but hopefully it's
Max, do you see
I think it is
recording?
because it's showing up on the thing.
Let me see.
So when I talk, it shows up.
Yeah, and
do you
it's
see
solid.
the circle? Do you see the circle recording button?
Yeah.
it's
Circle's
solid
recorded.
red.
All right, we're good. False
Matt,
alarm.
I was about to smack that Gethard glasses right off of you, my man. And
Wait,
you'd
are
have-
you trying to wrap us up, Jake? Because you got to record a lamer pod than this. Is that what's
I
going
do.
on?
I got to wrap. I got to.
This dude, we're on a roll and he wants to get us off
No,
just
I'm
because
just-
he has
no,
to.
we got
record.
time. What
Oh,
time
we're
is
gonna
it?
do a deep dive into QAnon. We're gonna be the 47,000th podcast to take a closer look at
Oh.
a conspiracy theory on the internet.
Right. The original takes of three whack comics has never been done before.
Hey, at least it's our voices. It's our truth, our stories.
Our truth, our story. What time is it?
We've been recording. We're right at an hour.
No, what time is it in real time?
10:19.
I have no idea.
Oh, all right, that's fine. We can keep recording for a bit. Also, my phone is about to die. That's why I was a little worried because it went do. So, bro, I got this fucking computer. I bought this like new computer that Hunter put together, and I even had a professional look at it. And there's still something that they can't figure out about this video, and it is just like, this is why you never buy nice shit. Like, I feel like unless you are like rich, where you can literally just get the top of the line, there is no reason to ever invest in anything that you could put your hopes into, because I just want to smash this fucking computer. I want to like just break it apart piece by piece, but I can't because I don't want to, I don't want to be without the internet. So you're just stuck with it, and you just want to be like, bro, how the fuck can no one figure this out? This is insane. And it makes you feel just absolutely worthless. I'd much rather just have this shitty 11-year-old MacBook, because at least I know what I'm getting from it.
You can smack it around a little bit too.
Yeah.
You can give it the business.
It can give
Let
it
it
the
know
business,
who's boss.
and it won't. Nothing will be
Won't
said.
act up.
Won't act up. And this thing, it's just like, yeah, it's fucking. We got all these new graphics cards, but for some reason you can't watch 5 gay dudes in Japan help a gay guy out, and just pissing me off. Really pissing me off.
Damn, dude. I feel sorry for you, but hopefully it turns around. And
this is Max. If like my dad died, he's like, yeah, man, it's really, really tough.
That's a
I
bummer,
get it,
man.
man. That's
It's
really
rough
sad.
out there.
It's rough out there, but you
hey,
just
so
gotta...
in related news, I did while I was in Eureka, I did see the tallest tree in the world, which
you sent
didn't
us
have
a
anything
cute,
to do with your.
you,
And
you
no one
sent us
responded. And I
cute
took a
little
picture of it, and I sent it to all my friends, and nobody responded to it.
We were like, no, I was like,
thought it
oh,
was
that's
pretty cool.
That's cool. That's cool. I did think it was cool. I just, I got busy that day.
Well, it was
Yeah.
just like I saw like you weren't looking at the camera, so it was like the whole like, oh man, I'm at the biggest tree in the world, but I'm not even gonna look at the camera.
I had to re-look at it. I didn't even see your little tiny ass down there. I was like, oh,
That's
dope.
what
a
I
tree.
mean. It's the tallest tree in the world. That's I was there for perspective.
Yeah, man, I apologize for not responding.
You
at
got
all.
you
Just
got
like,
our perspective, which was we didn't really give a fuck about your damn vacation.
Look, man, tall trees are dope when you're there.
Yeah.
When you're next to
Really?
that tall tree, you're like, dope. But you sent us a picture of you standing next to a tree.
I'm like, I don't even know if this is the
What the
tallest tree.
fuck?
I can't see the fucking top. How the fuck do I know? This could just be punking me right now.
Like, my man standing next to a tree. What do I give a shit?
Max, you're
The
always
thing
tweeting
about-
about not trusting the media, and then you're just about to send me some bullshit media. I have no idea.
I'm a
what you're-
trusted source. I'm someone you know. I wouldn't lie. I have no incentive to lie. But
No
the thing about the
incentive.
tallest tree in the world, if you didn't know this, do you guys know what the tallest tree in the world is?
You sent it to us.
It's that
But
redwood,
do you know
right?
where it is, what the name of it is, anything like that? Have you ever
No.
heard of what the
You
tallest
sent
tree?
us. You sent us no information besides
man. You said it's
Okay,
a tall
I'm asking
tree.
if you. Okay, you know what like the biggest animal in the world is, right? It's like some
The
type
whale.
of
Your
whale,
mama.
your damn mama, Max.
right? You know what the tallest building in the world is, I guess, maybe.
No, I don't. I don't
No,
give a
I'm
fuck.
not reading
what, do you think I give a
encyclopedias, man.
fuck about the Guinness Book of World Records, bro? What?
Well, my point is the tallest tree in the world is not advertised in any type of media or by the park at all on purpose because they don't want people to go there. They don't. So it's in the middle of the woods. There's no path to the tallest tree in the
How'd
world.
you find it?
There's
He just
secret
looked up.
websites you can go on.
He just
where
looked. He
people.
said that's the tallest one. You can see it.
Yeah, you just look and then you follow the. It's like the North Star. But no, there's secret websites.
What are you,
that-
dark web websites to tell the tallest tree?
Yeah, there are.
It's a secret menu item of the redwoods. Be like, yo, let me get that tallest tree.
This is animal style. This is animal style, but hiking, baby.
Yeah, so you have to hike, you have to cross like a creek and then walk up another creek and then go into the woods and then you find the tree.
And that's where you find this secret 15-year-old girl waiting for you as a prize.
yeah,
We did
she
find her
raises
kinda near
bears.
there.
Well, I think that's fucking dope because the tree knows it's the tallest tree in the world. It's put in the work. It's secure in itself. It doesn't need advertising or any bullshit, man. It did the work. It stands on its own.
Right. But the thing about the tallest tree in the world, it's only going to be the tallest tree in the world for the next 10 years. In the year 2031, another tree is going to pass it. So,
damn.
I'm going to get the rights to that website ASAP.
That just goes to show you, man, there's always a faster gun, man. There's always going to be a taller tree.
Always a bigger
right.
dick out there, boys.
You have this.
Damn, man, I didn't know you worked so hard to get to that tree to take that picture
you
to
could
send
have put a
to
little
us that we
backstory.
didn't.
We would have actually given it some love. I thought you were just in a parking
Did it
lot
not
somewhere.
look like it was remote? Did it look like I was at the fucking General Sherman tree in Yosemite?
The forest looks like what a forest looks like, bro.
It
We have
looked
no
like a
idea how
big
remote
tree.
it is.
Yeah, but
And
lot
what
of
you
those.
would see next to a big tree.
You followed your Colombian wife into the forest. She knows the jungle. She knows how to get to trees, and it was easy for you guys. I don't even really think you had to work that hard.
Yeah, she listened to the wind through the trees, and
Your
the
wife
language.
is
led her.
Colombian Pocahontas, bro, and you are John Smith. You guys are the real
Now
life.
I'm John Smith. I'm not Chris Gethard anymore.
No, Chris,
You had the
no.
coca leaves that you
I
were
could-
chewing on
I
in
could
your
tell,
journey.
I could tell that Chris Gethard was really bothering you, so I'm going
Well,
to a strong-jawed John Smith.
I don't know. If you guys would just stop trying to riff so hard and listen to my story, maybe you'd actually gain something. If you guys just stepped out of the riff zone for 2 seconds and had an honest conversation with somebody, maybe we could get somewhere. But I guess not. I guess we're just stuck in the riff zone.
Yeah, maybe this is Jordan
man,
Peele's riff zone, dog.
The next time I see a big potted plant, I'm gonna take a picture of it. I'm gonna send it to you.
I'm next to the
Yo, man.
gayest plant in the world. It's like this plant has sucked so many dicks, it's impossible to tell how much semen is inside of it.
It's one of those trees where the leaves smell like jizz.
Yeah.
Yeah, those plants are common. I can't find out where exactly it is, but there's one around my house. What do they look like, the semen-smelling plant?
You're like,
It's like
are
white-
you picking up the scent of jizz? You're like, where is it? Where is
Yes,
it? Like,
don't you? Don't you smell?
Yeah, it's over.
You know
it's
what I'm
pungent.
talking about, Dylan.
Yeah, man. We
Yo,
be
what-
smelling jizz out in here, man.
What is a
Like,
jizz
you know,
smelling
it's-
What does
plant?
your jizz smell like?
No,
Like
but
that plant.
That plant.
So plant smells like jizz and jizz smells like plant that's circular. What does it smell like?
You
It's
know what
the
jizz smells
only-
like, dude.
Yeah, come on.
I
the
don't
only
know
way
what
to
jizz
describe-
smells like.
What are we gonna talk like floral notes? Like, ooh, there's elements of mahogany
What is
and
Jake-
lavender.
What is Jake's point here? He doesn't know what jizz smells? You've never smelled jizz before in your life.
Does it have a scent?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Wait, does your
mainly
jizz
when you
not
walk by
smell
one
like
of these,
anything?
when you walk by one of these
Like,
trees?
what do you mean? Like, when you come, like, you can immediately smell a scent?
No,
Not the act of jizzing itself has a smell. I mean, the actual semen.
No, I know, but like when it's out on in your palm or on a body, you can
Yeah.
smell it.
Yes.
Or
Yes,
you,
of course.
You have to go up close to it.
You might have to go a little close to it.
it comes to you, man. That's what
Right.
it does.
Bro, I'm serious. I don't think my jizz smells then, because I don't think I've ever
What?
smelled my jizz. This is
What?
This is freaking me out that I've never smelled my own scent.
Look,
before.
it's not an overwhelming like.
But
You have COVID,
you guys
dude.
are
You have
talking about
COVID.
you guys are talking about it so comfortably, like you just know what jizz smells like.
Yes.
Yeah, because we've made it.
I've made it too.
I made it my whole life.
The whole life, man. We're just factories, dog.
Damn, bro.
Like,
How
you're
do
gonna
I
tell-
not know
you're
this?
gonna tell me like you've been a baker for fucking 35 years. You never had a little piece of your own fucking dough, man.
Bro, we're not talking about taste here. We're talking about scent.
Yeah,
Of
scent.
course.
I don't think I've ever smelled my own jizz, bro.
You've been baking bread all these years.
What
You've
about
never been
someone
like, oh, it smells like
else's?
bread.
Who else's jizz? Where am
don't
I
know,
around
man.
all this extra
I don't know.
jizz?
Your PE teacher who got a little too feely in the locker room.
Oh man, this is blowing my mind right
Yeah,
Well,
this
look,
is blowing
well,
all of our minds. I can't believe you don't know what semen smells like.
Yeah,
I know
so
what
you
my-
got some
I'm-
homework.
now. Have you tasted yours?
No.
So what the you? I'm way more adventurous. I've taken a little lick. I just wanted to know what it tasted like. But you have you. I don't think there was any smell.
Hey, we weren't talking about the taste of jizz, man. We weren't. I wasn't
I'm
like,
saying
hey, there's
trying
a
to
tree.
change the subject.
Yeah, we weren't like, hey, there's a tree out there that tastes like jizz. That'd be a weird thing to say. That'd be like, oh, wait, what? Did you just say there was a tree that tastes like jizz? That doesn't make any sense. We said there's a tree
Dude,
out there that
literally,
smells like jizz.
I'm gonna
dog.
jizz right after this, and I'll report back because
Yeah, please.
I'm. This is blowing my fucking mind, boys.
But there's
Yeah.
a plant. And you'll
Well,
probably
you're-
be like, when you smell your own jizz, you'll be like, God damn, that smells exactly like the plant that's growing outside my house.
Isn't it beautiful
In
that
the
we
summer.
can learn new things every day of this beautiful life?
Yeah.
You can
man.
just learn new shit, man.
Yeah,
that's
that's
great.
a revelation. We
This
need to follow
is.
up on this on the next podcast.
I will.
Yeah.
I will.
Find the plant. Okay, this is what we're going
Yeah,
to do.
you
You're
guys
gonna
gotta
come,
find the plant.
We'll find the plant, and we'll find out where it grows in Portland.
Let
and
me go smell it
we'll
after
let
I.
you know.
Yeah.
Right, and then we'll follow up on this.
All right.
All right.
Damn.
Well, great. This is a great way to end the podcast.
What a stuck that landing, dude.
Yeah, man.
Stuck that landing.
See, man, we almost didn't get to the best part. But we stuck it out,
We
man.
stuck it.
Yeah, now you can go talk about Jeffrey Epstein, QAnon, conspiracy theories with another guy.
You could be like, hey, yeah, I just got done with the podcast talking about jizz for 7 minutes. So let's
Jizz,
break this
Jeffrey
down.
Epstein. We hit all the high
The,
notes.
the hustle
Yeah,
is
man.
real. I know you want to hate on the hustle, but the hustle is very
I am
real.
not hating on the hustle. I'm just hating on trying to wrap up one of your unlistened to podcasts to go record another one.
Yeah, for me, it's the act of doing a new podcast, not the. Now, I'm not trying to make one great. I'm trying to make 3 mediocre, and that's what I think is happening here. So,
Hey, well, I'm thankful to help you with that quest of mediocrity.
hell yeah,
And hell yeah, thank you, everyone. Listen, shout out to producer Jack
yeah, dude.
for
Jack
doing his
just
thing.
Jack
Thank
just
you,
sent
Jack.
me a gift, bro. Jack just bought me a fucking card reader. He sent it via Amazon. So.
Oh, hell yeah, thank you, Jack.
He was like, I'm tired of Silberman fucking not being able to upload his episode if his roommate is streaming. So he sent me he has sent me a SD card reader. So I appreciate that. I'm gonna plug the album because the album is
of
still out
course.
for
Yeah.
pre-sale. It
Number
drops. Yeah, it's good. Well, let's make it number 1 for 15 seconds on iTunes, baby, and hopefully I see it, and hopefully I get that screenshot, and I'll put it in all my fucking bio. Bigots, walk on. But it's the album officially drops July 10th, so go buy it. Go
Hell
tell
yeah, it
your
was
fucking
great.
friends.
I was there. It was a fucking great show.
It's awesome. So
I can't wait. Oh my god.
yeah. So
What's the name
do
of
it.
the album?
Just the Crowdwork album. We
Crowdwork
kept it
album.
simple.
Jake Silberman.
Hell yeah, baby. The Crowdwork album available cross platforms. Buy it. Get that shit. Support your boy.
If you're
hell
fucking
yeah.
listening to this podcast too, goddamn, leave a review. Leave a 5-star review and say some shit. I feel like this jizz thing will get a little action on it because I know we have 100% 10 male audience members who listen to this thing, and they all know the scent of their own thing, and I'm gonna be the one who's getting roasted for it. So
It's a universal smell. It's a universal experience.
oh, that's beautiful. It breaks down no matter race.
There's
you
a
have the same
comic
scent.
in Portland with a joke about the semen smelling bush. And everyone
damn.
gets what he's talking about.
Not me. That's probably why I was like, not me. I
Jake
didn't
never
understand that joke at all.
Well, dude, you've got a perfect like crowd work question. Like, hey man, you know what jizz smells like? When
Yeah, I
you-
was like, yo, because
we're writing this material for you, dog.
baby. You got me.
Well, hell yeah,
All right.
man. Everyone, thank you all so much for listening, and we'll talk to y'all next week. Peace.
Later.